Syria, a country ravaged by years of civil war, faced fresh violence in Suweda, a southern province near Jordan and the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. The Druze, a religious minority of about 700,000, were caught in a brutal conflict that killed over 1,100 people and displaced 128,000 in a single week. The Druze follow a distinct faith, blending elements of Islam with beliefs like reincarnation, making them different from mainstream Sunni and Shia Muslims. This uniqueness, combined with local rivalries and Syria's unstable politics, fueled a deadly clash. The violence began on July 13, 2025, after the Druze merchant was kidnapped, sparking fighting between Druze militias and Sunni Bedouin tribes. Long-standing disputes over land and resources escalated, with Bedouin groups, some linked to the Islamic State, burning Druze villages and killing civilians. Of the 1,100 dead, 326 were Druze fighters and 262 were civilians, including 165 executed, according to human rights monitors. Syria's government, led by Ahmad al-Sharaa since Bashar al-Assad's fall in December 2024, sent troops to restore order. Instead, these forces were accused of siding with the Bedouins and executing Druze civilians, deepening distrust in a government led by a former jihadist. The Druze are targeted for several reasons. Their distinct beliefs, seen as heretical by extremists like the Islamic State, make them vulnerable to attacks, labeling them infidels. In Suweda, tensions with Bedouin tribes over resources turned the merchants' kidnapping into a broader conflict. Syria's post-Assad chaos leaves the Druze exposed, as they rely on local militias rather than a government they view as unreliable. Suweda's proximity to Israel and Jordan also complicates matters. Israel launched airstrikes claiming to protect the Druze, but some Druze leaders argue this worsens the situation by fueling accusations of foreign interference. The conflict devastated Suweda, leaving thousands without homes, food or water. Entire villages were destroyed and ceasefires failed to stop the fighting. The Druze, known for their tight-knit community and loyalty to their region, depend on their militias for survival as government forces and extremist groups continue to threaten their safety. This crisis resonates beyond Syria. It shows how divisions can fracture societies, a warning for any diverse nation. Syria's post-Assad chaos impacts the Middle East, a region vital for global trade and energy, and could draw in powers like Israel or the United States, risking wider conflict. The Druze struggle highlights the importance of protecting minorities everywhere. Over 1,100 deaths, including civilians, call for global efforts to prevent such tragedies. The Suweda violence reveals the dangers of unchecked hatred and weak governance. The Druze, trapped between rival tribes, a faltering government and foreign agendas, fight to survive. Their suffering demands action to ensure peace and fairness. As Syria struggles to rebuild, the Druze plight underscores the need to protect all communities from becoming victims of conflict, ensuring no one is treated as a mere war trophy in a senseless struggle. While the headlines of Suweda's violence focus on militias, sectarian clashes and geopolitical fault lines, the deepest scars are borne by women, often invisible in the fog of war. In a single week, over 128,000 people were displaced, and among them, women became the most vulnerable. With homes razed and communities shattered, many were forced into makeshift camps or hostile territories where safety, dignity and basic rights vanished overnight. Reports from human rights monitors indicate that women were among the 165 civilians executed, some targeted not for combat but for defying extremist norms or simply being Druze. In patriarchal and conflict-ridden zones like Suweda, displacement strips women of autonomy. Widowed by the deaths of 326 Druze fighters, many now shoulder the burden of survival alone, caring for children, navigating trauma, and facing threats of sexual violence, forced marriage or trafficking. The collapse of local governance and the rise of extremist factions have turned women into bargaining chips, war trophies, and symbols of sectarian revenge. Their suffering is compounded by silence. Few platforms amplify their stories, and fewer still offer aid tailored to their needs.